Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here today. If you want to follow along, we will be in 2 Peter chapter 2, beginning in verse number 18. And if you want to follow along there, and again, I ask you, if you will, to like, share, or comment on the post. And then here we have these words: For speaking loud boasts of folly, they entice by sensual passions of the flesh those who are barely escaping from those who live in error. Let's start in the middle of the verse and see the target here. We're talking about false teachers, as much of this letter actually does address. But we see here that the false teachers are going after those who barely escaped from those who live in error. Now, what exactly does it mean by those who have barely escaped? As I can study and try to make sense of that statement, barely escaped, it appears to be that what Peter's talking about are those who are new converts, those who have just come out of their old lifestyle, those who have just left behind their sinful ways and now are trying to live a godly life. But these false teachers, it says, are coming at them and trying to entice them by sensual passions. In other words, they're appealing to their fleshly desires. And they're trying to they're making promises to them, and they do that. He says, speaking loud boast of folly. They do that with slick speeches, with fancy words, and we've probably all seen people who fit into that category who they are just smooth in the way they talk. They could sell snow to an Eskimo, and he says that they're using their words, their empty words, their boastful words. He says they're using those that flowery, slick, smooth language to deceive people, and while they talk pretty, again, we see that with a lot of the folks. I don't want to lump them all together. I don't want to say they're all bad, but there are some of the televangelists who are on our TVs almost daily, who again, they're smooth. They're slick. They know they've got it down pat. They know how to rope people in and just lead them along with their words. But what they say is empty. They have no they have no truth to what they're teaching. Their teaching is unstable. Their teaching is worthless. And so what he is warning us here again, as he is doing, in some ways, I hope, I know it sounds a little bit like a broken record here, that as we Peter just keeps harping on this, he keeps hammering on this truth of the importance of verifying the teaching and the preaching that we're listening to. Again, he's already said in the previous verse that they're whales without water, clouds without rain. And he says, here's how they do it. They speak loud boasts of folly. Again, I think about, as we looked yesterday and talked about those summertime clouds that we see sometimes. We'll even hear thunder, may even see lightning, big dark clouds. Sometimes you even, really hot day in the summer, and that kind of starts in, the temperature will drop, and it even smells like rain sometimes. And then we sit and watch it, and we wait, and all we ever get's the thunder and the lightning and the clouds, but we never get the rain. That's the way some people's teaching is, folks. It's loud, but it's full of folly. It's thunder and lightning and wind and clouds, and they put on a good show, and they've got the fancy stages and $1,000 suits and the store-bought teeth and the big smile and the jewelry and all those things, and yet their teaching, he says, it's full of folly, and they're trying, and in many cases succeeding, in leading people astray. And many of them, again, we see a lot with the health and wealth teachers and preachers that we have around us. If you just live, man, you'll be rich like me. If you're not rich like me, then if you don't have all kinds of money, then it's because you're not living right. Those kind of things. Full of folly. Again, a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, but little truth to what they're teaching. Let's be careful who we listen to. Be careful of the teaching around us, and most of all, be careful in our own teaching, that we're cautious to stay true to the Word of God. You think about that today. Have a good one. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.